Hey guys, I'm Kai from Lucas Lane and Rules. Hope you're doing well, and in this video we're gonna do another egg cutting, but first I gotta go ask my son to see if he wants to get involved. So I went to go ask my son, and he's usually very enthusiastic about these type of things, but for some reason this time maybe he's seen a little bit too much of egg cutting. His response was, maybe later. So while we're waiting for him to make a decision, I figure I'll show you one of my breedings. Quick pause for today's question, and it comes from Foss409, and the question is, so if the female is bull wrapping, should you pair her with the male after? Well, bull wrapping is a sign of the animal trying to cool down. So in the case of an adult female who's cooling down and trying to develop her follicles, then the answer is yes, put in the male and hopefully they'll lock. Keep in mind, these animals know their bodies better than you or I. So if you hear a lot of commotion, obviously you want to take the male out. Otherwise, let them be for a maximum of 3 days. If you see a lock before those 3 days end, wait till they unlock and then take the male out. Your awareness of your animals go a long way. The more you understand their behavior, the higher the chance of success you'll have. So good luck and have a great season. Most of my breeding males are paired to one or more females, typically between 1 and 5, and that's the way I plan things out. But this season I have a MVP male that I really like, and I have them paired to 11 different females. Not all at once, obviously. There is a strategy behind it if you want to know what that is like. What my strategy is, comment down below and maybe I'll do a video about it. But basically he is planned to be paired to 11 different females. So far he has been paired to 9, locked with all 9. And of those 9, he has sired 5 clutches so far. Some of them you have already seen on my egg cutting videos, and then there's still a couple that are in the incubator waiting to be hatched. If you don't know who that MVP male is, let's go in the snake room and I'll show him to you. So that's the male. I know you probably have a hard time seeing through that tub, but let's go ahead and get him out, put him with the female, and I'll show them both to you at the same time so you get a good look at both of them. I think they're both gorgeous animals. The male is a pastel extreme gene clown, and the female is a visual desert ghost that is 50% het for clown. I think it's pretty obvious why I put those two together. I do want to make double visuals, desert ghost clown, and if I can get pastel in there, or if I can get the extreme gene in there, or both of those codoms in there, that would be great. I'm also trying to prove out the female. Like I said, she is 50% het for clown. Her dad is 100%, and he proved out. He was, I believe, possible het for clown, and when he proved out, the breeder who sold me the desert ghost female, he let me know that the dad proved out, and so I was able to change her from being a possible het to a 50% het. So it's just a little bit more accurate, but we still don't absolutely know if she's carrying that clown gene. So 50% het, if I breed her this season with that pastel extreme gene clown male and I get no clowns at all, assuming I get a good sized clutch, then I'm going to assume that she does not carry the clown gene. But if I do, then that's going to be awesome, and I'm going to be one step closer to producing the double visual. So they're not locked yet, which is not a surprise because I only put them in together recently, but I did see a little bit of breeding behavior. I saw her do a little bit of a tail wag. That tells me that she is enticing the male to follow her, and I did see the male kind of like rub his chin up against her back. So that tells me that they are trying to court, or at least enticing each other. So that's a good sign. Their tails do get lined up, and when they are lined up, that's also a good sign because it means that the male is getting closer and she's probably letting him get underneath her tail. And when he's able to get his tail underneath, make a loop around her, that's when he's able to put himself into position to make the lock. So we'll go ahead and check up on them a little bit later, and I think my son is ready to come down to do the egg cutting, so let's do that and then we'll check on the pair later. We have our 5th clutch of eggs to cut. Really excited about it. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited about it. All right, just a quick disclaimer. This is not a video for kids, but it doesn't mean that kids can't be involved as well and share in the experience. So I have here my sidekick, my buddy, my son. So he's gonna be watching me cut open the eggs, just observing. So if you have kids and you share this hobby with them, comment down below. Let's hear your stories and let's hear how the next generation is getting involved. It doesn't have to be your kids. It could be your brothers, your sisters, cousins, nephews, and nieces. Just don't go out and pick one off the streets. I'm not promoting that type of behavior. All right, well, let's get cutting. So here they are. Here are the eggs. Look at that. Cool, huh? 6 beautiful eggs. 3 of them already pipped. You see the 2 that have heads, and then 1 of them slit the shell. You see it? You see it looks like cracks in there? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut all of those. So first I'm gonna move this out of the way. All right, go ahead and pick one.
That one.
We're gonna start with this one, the one that is partially slit already. So we could get pieds and we can get coral glow pies. So there's only 2 options here. Pieds and coral glow pieds, and looks like this one is a pied. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful.
Hello, dear.
Hello. Look at that. Yeah. Is that cool or what?
Yeah.
It's a very orange looking, huh?
Yeah.
Give you guys a close-up. Really, really nice and vibrant color. If I didn't know any better, I would think that there might be like orange dream or something in there. All right, let's move on. Why don't you pick the next one?
That one.
This one.
A little circle there.
Where? Oh, right there in the middle? Yeah, it's a little bit of a bump in the egg. Sometimes the shell has some imperfections, but that's all right. So let's snip this open. What do you think? You think it's going to be a dark one or a bright one?
Bright.
Bright
Yes,
one?
dear.
Oh, let's check it out. Wow, I think you're right. It's a bright one. Look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful hatchling. That is a coral glow. This is a coral glow. Has to be pied because it's pied on both sides of the parents. And you can see that this one has almost no veins. That's because he's a little bit further along in his development. This one does have veins. That's just for oxygen exchange, air exchange, but doesn't hurt the animal at all. Wow, these are really, really vibrant. I wonder what they'll look like when they come out of the egg. Look at that. Cute little guy or girl. All right, let's move on. Which one should I do next? Let's get these one with the heads out of the way. Let's see, maybe they're stuck. Sometimes you touch your nose, they'll pop back in. See, he's a little bit stuck. He's stuck in there. So what we'll do is we'll just cut around. And then, yeah, we're gonna cut around. Sometimes they'll come out, sometimes they'll go back in. We'll get to about here. And then what I'll do is I'll go the other direction because it's better to cut away from him than towards him. Oh, he's able to go in. And we have another pied. Oh, look at that tail. That's a really cool pattern right there. It looks like the number 4 on a dice.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to take a closer look? Really cool. Again, these are super, super orange. We got no veins again on this one. That's good. No veins. Got some veins. Doesn't hurt the animal, like I said. All right, how about?
I see that one's head.
Yep, That one's head, he's poking out. They all want to come out. So let's see if this one wants to go back in. Nope. Maybe we can tear this a little bit. There we go. I can start right there. I'd rather cut away from the animal than towards it. I'm just riding the scissor along the top inside the eggshell. And we know this one is another pied. Beautiful. Check him out. Yeah. Pretty, huh? Very orangey in color. Really, really nice animal. Really nice. So far, so good. All look to be very healthy. All moving, all active. How about this one? Let's go with this one.
Yeah, that one
All right.
doesn't yet.
This one's a little bit dimpled. And that's one of the signs you look for when you know they are ready to come out or almost fully developed. They'll be dimpled. I do I do peel the eggs apart when I put them in the egg box. But if you don't do that, another sign to know that when they are ready to come out of the egg, when they're fully developed, is that they can be easily pulled apart very easily. Another coral glow. Check that out.
Hello. I see
Yeah.
his nose.
You see his little snoot, little nose. You can see all the little holes in his nose. Those are heat pits. Check that out. Very bright, extremely orange. This clutch, and all the areas that are supposed to be black on a regular pied, you can see there's like a nice lavender color. Really pretty. Really pretty. So we got one last egg to cut. One last one. What do you think it's gonna be? What do you think it's, huh? You think it's gonna be a bright one or like the darker ones?
Bright.
Bright one? All right, let's see. Awesome. I hope you're right. So my goal with this pairing is to get a female coral glow pied. And we all know coral glow is the sex-linked gene. So it's really hard to get a female if you have a male maker. I have a male maker, and for some reason I want to shoot for a female coral glow. This one is not it. It is not a bright one, but it's still a beautiful pied. Really, really nice looking. Very bright.
Hello, dear.
Yeah, hello, look at that. Really, really cool. All right, so we are gonna put that one away. So now these are all gonna go back into the incubator. We're just gonna give them some time to crawl out on their own, and then make an update video. So that was a pretty neat clutch. Great to be able to share it with my son. Not the greatest of odds when it comes to getting coral glow into the mix, but that's actually a good thing for me. And the fact that I only got 2 male coral glows just means that the other 4 have a very, very high chance of being female. And since the male coral glow pie, the sire of the clutch, is a male maker, I can pretty confidently assume that the 2 hatchlings that are coral glow pies are going to turn out to be male, and the 4 that are just pies without the coral glow are going to be female. Of course, there could be anomalies that happen. Maybe one of those coral glow pies is a female, which is what I'm hoping for, and maybe the opposite is true. A non-coral glow pie, just a regular pie, that could be male as well. So we don't know for sure, but the assumption that I made is probably accurate to about maybe 90+%. Of course, I'll make another video once they all crawl out of the eggs, and I'll sex them on camera so we can see if the assumption is correct. So now let's take a moment, check up on that pastel extreme gene clown to desert ghost 50% het clown pairing, and see if they're locked. That looks like a confirmed lock to me. I know it's getting a little bit late in the season, but I continue to breed them as long as they want to lock, as long as the animals want to breed. I continue putting them together, and they'll let me know when they're tired of each other. So that about wraps it up for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Please share, and I'll see you guys next time.